and we calculated the de Broglie wavelength, that is a wavelength of the matter wave which is associated with the moving particle with the help of de Broglie hypothesis, right? So in today's lecture, we will discuss about the experimental verification of this de Broglie hypothesis, or you can say wave particle dualism. See how we can prove this hypothesis experimentally. Experimental verification. So first experimental verification is that is Davison and Germer experiment. Davison and Germer experiment. So Davison and Germer were the two scientists who described this wave particle dualism with the help of experimental setup in 1927. In 1927, they performed an experiment to check the wave particle duality. So what was that experimental setup that was used by the scientists Davison and Germer, and what was the observation for regarding this experimental setup? So that we will discuss today. तो सबसे पहले कि what is experimental setup that was used by the Davison and Germer. So this experimental setup consists of an electron gun. It consists of electron gun. Second, it consists of a battery B1. Second is battery B2. This battery B1 is a low tension battery and it is a high tension battery. High tension means it has high voltage. And next, we require a target atom. Target atom, which which is used here, is nickel crystal. And last is a moving detector. Moving detector. And this moving detector consists of two parts. First is a electron collector and second is a galvanometer. Galvanometer. So these are the few equipments that was used by the scientist Davison and Germer to prove the wave particle dualism. So what is the function of these components? कि इलेक्ट्रॉन गन का क्या रोल है? What is the role of this battery B1? What is the role of this battery B2? Why we are using a target atom? And what is a moving detector? So that we will discuss now. So सबसे पहले we will draw a diagram because electron gun की help से we will emit the electron. इसके अंदर क्या होगा? इलेक्ट्रॉन गन के अंदर we require a tungsten filament. इसके अंदर एक tungsten filament लगा होता है like this. This is a tungsten filament and it is connecting to a battery. Right? इसको हमने क्या किया? ये हमने ये जो अरेंजमेंट है, दिस अरेंजमेंट इज इलेक्ट्रॉन गन. इसके अंदर यहाँ पे ये क्या है? एक फिलामेंट लगा हुआ है. दिस इज अ बैटरी B1. And when this battery, which is a low tension battery, when we will apply some voltage to this filament, that is a tungsten filament. It is a tungsten filament. This tungsten filament become heat up when we will apply some voltage. and when it become heat up, then it will emit the electron. So you can see आपका जो electron gun है, electron gun consists of a battery as well a tungsten filament, and with the help of this battery we provide energy to this tungsten filament, and that become heat up and it will produce a beam of electron like this. We will generate a electron beam, right? After that, this electron beam will enter to here, but it is a up to here. This is a low accelerated कि आपकी जो beam है that is not highly accelerated because we require a highly accelerated और collimated beam. तो यहाँ पे जो आपकी इलेक्ट्रॉन बीम जनरेट हुई है that is not highly accelerated and not collimated. Not collimated, वो collimated भी नहीं है और हाईली एक्सेलेटेड भी नहीं है. एंड यहाँ पे जो ये आपकी बीम जो जनरेट होगी वो किस प्रोसेस से हुई है? दिस इलेक्ट्रॉन बीम इज प्रोड्यूस विद द प्रोसेस ऑफ थर्मोनिक एमिशन. थर्मोनिक एमिशन. अभी तक यहाँ इलेक्ट्रॉन बीम जो प्रोड्यूस हुई है विद द हेल्प ऑफ टंगस्टन फिलामेंट हीटिंग, that is produced with the process of thermonic emission. कि वहां पे हमने हीट दिया, थर्मली हीट प्रोवाइड किया, तो दैट बिकम हीट अप, और हीट अप होने से हमें इलेक्ट्रॉन का बीम जनरेट हो गया. बट जो इलेक्ट्रॉन की बीम जनरेट हुई है दैट इज नॉट कोलिमेटेड, वो यूनिफॉर्म नहीं है, तो उसको हमें कोलिमेट करना है, दैट इज इन हाईली एक्सेलेटेड बीम के अंदर कन्वर्ट करना है. तो व्हाट वी विल डू कि यहाँ पे जो बीम होगी इसको हम एक हाई टेंशन बैटरी से कनेक्ट करेंगे. This is a arrangement of, you can say, आपका कोलीमेटर. कोलीमेटर यहाँ पे हम यूज कर सकते हैं. and it is connecting to a high tension battery because here we are using a two battery B1 and battery B2. तो बैटरी B1 तो यूज किया है हमने to produce beam of electron, और जो बैटरी B2 है, जो आपका जो आपकी बैटरी जो आपकी बैटरी B2 होगी, that we will connect here, this collimator को हम connect करेंगे with the help of this high tension battery like this. This is a battery B2. ये हमारा बैटरी B2 है, and here you can use a variable resistance, right? So it has high voltage. It has high voltage. इसका voltage high रहेगा. तो what will happen after this? यहाँ इसके पास after this collimator, this beam of electron become highly accelerated. This is a electron beam, and it become highly accelerated now. That become highly accelerated now, right? तो अभी तक हम दो components पढ़ चुके. This is a battery B1 used for the production of electron beam using this tungsten filament, and this is a battery B2 which is connecting to this collimator, and after that this beam is converted into a highly accelerated beam under suitable potential difference. Under suitable potential difference, कि यहाँ पे हमने कुछ potential difference provide किया, and now this beam is converted into a highly accelerated beam, right? Now third component is target atom and moving detector. So what is, where we will connect this target atom and this moving detector. So here target atom we will use a nickel crystal. You can use any type of crystal, but Davison and Germer scientists used nickel crystal. So what will happen? This highly accelerated beam this will strike on the nickel crystal. This is a nickel crystal. This is nickel crystal, and highly accelerated electron beam will strike on the nickel crystal. So what will happen? This electron beam become diffracted. Electron become diffracted due to different plane of nickel crystal. Due to different plane of nickel crystal. Means here Bragg's diffraction law is implemented. You can say Bragg's diffraction law is implemented. Bragg's diffraction law is implemented means जैसे यहाँ पे strike रहेगी तो it will scattered here, इस तरह से उसकी scattering हो जाएगी different direction like this. And then we will use a moving detector. This is a moving detector. This is a moving detector, and why we are using a word moving means rotating detector, and we can rotate this up to 360-degree angle. इसको हम 360 डिग्री एंगल तक क्या कर सकते हैं, रोटेट कर सकते हैं. And this is the angle of diffraction. This is diffracted at different angle. Suppose आपकी जो इलेक्ट्रॉन बीम it is diffracted from this angle theta, theta 1, theta 2, theta 3 like this, and this is a moving detector. And in this moving detector you have an arrangement like this. This is an arrangement. Here is a galvanometer, and this portion is the electron collector. This is the electron collector. It will collect all the electrons. कि आपके सारे की सारी beam of electrons it will collected here. यहाँ पे its diagram will be like this. All beam of electron will be collecting here. This is the electron collector. This is electron collector. All electron beam is collected here, and what will happen जैसे ही हम यहाँ पे electron की beam collect होगी, then galvanometer will show deflection, right? Suppose मैंने कहा कि आपकी ये वाली जो beam है, it collect here, so galvanometer will show the deflection. So with the help of this galvanometer deflection, you are able to find the intensity of the beam which is diffracted at this angle theta. राइट अगर सपोज हमारी ये वाली बीम यहाँ पे स्ट्राइक हुई तो यहाँ पे कलेक्ट हो रही है तो गैल्वेनोमीटर अगेन शो द डिफ्लेक्शन so you can again check the intensity of the diffracted beam. So what you can say कि with the help of galvanometer deflection indicates the intensity of diffracted beam. intensity of diffracted beam, which are diffracted at different angle. Which are diffracted at different angles. So this is the role of गैल्वेनोमीटर कि गैल्वेनोमीटर का जो डिफ्लेक्शन होगा that indicates the intensity of the diffracted beam, right? So this is the complete setup that was used by the Davison and Germer to prove the wave particle dualism, and this complete setup is enclosed in a chamber. इसको हमने एक chamber में enclose किया like this for the, this is a evocated chamber. Evocated chamber. This is evocated chamber means there is a proper, there is no dust particle inside this chamber. इस complete setup को we enclose in a chamber which is properly evocated. Evocated means there is a no air, proper vacuum. तो इसके अंदर there is no dust particle. तो इसको हमने chamber के अंदर enclose किया for its proper functioning कि आपका जो setup है that work properly. उसका जो function है that work properly, that was not disturbed by the dust particles, right? तो इसको हमने evocated chamber के अंदर enclose कर दिया entire system setup को, right? So this is the experimental setup. Now what is the observation of Davison and Germer using this setup? उन्होंने क्या observe किया by using this experimental setup? That we will discuss now. So actually what he did, he plot the graph between the accelerating voltage and the diffraction angle और accelerating voltage के बीच में he draw the plot. Now we are going to discuss the experimental observation. Experimental observation. For experimental observation, he draw the plot between accelerating voltage and diffracting angle. Means along x-axis he used accelerating voltage, and along y-axis he used angle theta. This angle theta, right? So other terms along y-axis you can take either theta or you can use the term intensity. Because if we know the value of theta, अगर आपको theta पता है, तो depending upon the value of theta, this galvanometer show the deflection, right? Because both are connecting to each other. तो अगर deflection show करेगा, तो you are able to measure the intensity. Because I told you that कि आपका जो deflection of the galvanometer is directly proportional to the intensity of the diffracted beam. तो अगर हमें angle of diffraction पता है, तो you are able to identify the intensity of that diffracted beam तो वाई एक्सिस के लोग या तो आप डाइसेक्टेड एंगल का ग्राफ प्लॉट कर लो या फिर इंटेंसिटी का ग्राफ प्लॉट कर लो, both are related to each other, right? And along x axis we are using a accelerating voltage. And what is the value of accelerating voltage? Because accelerating जो voltage है वो हमें कहाँ से मिल रही है? From this battery B2. Because आपका जो बैटरी B1 है that is just used to produce the beam of electron, और जो आपका बैटरी B2 है that is used to accelerate the generated emitted electron beam. तो हमें यहाँ पे जो इसकी वैल्यू हम यूज करेंगे, डिफरेंट डिफरेंट वोल्टेज इस बैटरी को हम जो देंगे उसकी हेल्प से हमारा जो बीम है इलेक्ट्रॉन का बीम दैट इज एक्सेलरेटिंग. तो यू कैन से कि आपका जो एक्सेलरेटिंग वोल्टेज मीन्स अक्रॉस बैटरी B2, राइट. तो हमने क्या किया कि we draw a plot between the accelerating voltage across battery B2 and the intensity of the diffracted beam. या तो हम intensity की टर्म में बात करें या फिर we can use diffraction angle. Both are related to each other, right? तो उन्होंने इन दोनों के बीच में ग्राफ प्लॉट किया for different accelerating voltage. Actually what is going to happen here? Suppose उन्होंने जो रेंज यूज की वोल्टेज की, एक्सेलरेटिंग वोल्टेज he used from 40 volt to 64 volt. This is a 68 volt. This is a range of accelerating voltage that was used by the Davison and German, right? तो उन्होंने ग्राफ प्लॉट किए कहाँ से कहाँ रेंज किए 40 वोल्ट से लेके 68 वोल्ट तक उन्होंने वोल्टेज को चेंज किया. दे स्टार्ट टू अप्लाई वोल्टेज 40 वोल्ट पे, देखा उन्होंने कितना डाइफ्रेक्शन हो रहा है, फिर उन्होंने नेक्स्ट वोल्टेज पे देखा, फिर नेक्स्ट पे मींस लोअर लिमिट 40 वोल्ट से दे स्टार्टेड एंड मैक्सिमम वैल्यू दे रीच अप टू 68 वोल्ट. तो वी विल draw the different plots in the range of 40 volts to 68 volt. So suppose this is a plot for 40 volt, then he plot for 54 volt or 44 volt पे, then they draw at the 44 volt. This is 44 volt. उसके बाद they draw at 48 volt and they draw at 54 volt. And here they draw at the 68 volt, right? So they draw plots, different plots by changing the accelerating voltage from range 40 volt से लेके 68 volt तक they try. They are changing the voltage of this battery bit, right? And they measure the intensity. What is the change in the intensity they observe? So actually what is going here, when they plot between intensity and voltage at 40 volt, so graph is like this. Graph is like this. And then they change the voltage from 40 volts to 44 volt pe. They observed a little bump. It is going like this and then like this. They observe this type of bump here. At 40 volt, there is no bump. And when they change the voltage from 40 to 44 volt, they observed a small bump in this curve when electrons are accelerating for 44 volt. And in the next, then they further increase, and this bump is going to increase and it goes like this. This bump is further goes to increase, right? And then they further increase. So what will happen? This type of bump. मीन्स जब आपका 40 वोल्ट था देर इज नो बम्प, 44 वोल्ट में हमें स्मॉल टाइप का बम्प मिला, देन ये जो बम्प है इट इज मूविंग अपवर्ड, मीन्स उसका इंटेंसिटी बढ़ रहा है, फिर ये फर्दर आपका बम्प क्या हो गया, अपवर्ड मूव किया, एंड एट हायर वोल्टेज देन इट स्टार्ट टू डिक्रीज ग्रेजुअली, फिर ये क्या होना स्टार्ट हो गया, ग्रेजुअली डिक्रीज होना स्टार्ट हो गया। Right, so what is here, what is going here, कि bump begins to increase, what you can write here, कि आपका जो bump है, यहाँ पे मैं पॉइंट लिख रही हूँ कि आपका जो bump start to appear at 44 volt and it moves upward and moves upward and it moves in upward up to 54 volt, 54 वोल्ट तक ये क्या किया, इसने अपवर्ड मूवमेंट करना स्टार्ट किया एंड देन इट बिकम प्रोमिनेंट हियर, यहाँ पे फिक्स हो गया है 54 वोल्ट पे, इट बिकम फिक्स हियर एंड आफ्टर दैट दैट बम्प स्टार्ट टू डिक्रीज, so at 54 volt it become most prominent, bump become most prominent and after that it gradually after that bump gradually decrease, बम्प क्या हो गया, ग्रेजुअली डिक्रीज होना स्टार्ट हो गया, राइट। तो व्हाट यू कैन से कि एट 54 वोल्ट, 54 इज द मैक्सिमम एक्सेलरेटिंग वोल्टेज जहां पे हमें ये बम्प मोस्ट प्रोमिनेंट दिखा है, तो इट विल हैव बीम, इलेक्ट्रॉन का जो बीम दैट विल हैव मैक्सिमम इंटेंसिटी एट एक्सेलरेटिंग वोल्टेज ऑफ 54 वोल्ट। उन्होंने क्या ऑब्जर्व किया इस एक्सपेरिमेंटल सेटअप में कि व्हेन वी विल अप्लाई accelerating voltage of 54 volt, then this electron beam have maximum intensity because that will diffracted at maximum angle। और यहाँ पे उन्होंने क्या ऑब्जर्व किया कि जब 54 वोल्ट है तो जो एंगल ऑफ डायफ्रेक्शन दैट इज 50 डिग्री। What they observed here, even accelerating voltage is 54 volt, then angle of diffraction is 50 degree. At this condition, electron beam has maximum intensity. जो इलेक्ट्रॉन का बीम होगा that will have maximum intensity when we will apply accelerating voltage of 54 volt, then beam of electron will diffracted at an angle of 50 degree. This is the observation of Davison in German experiment, right? So first we discuss what is the experimental setup and then we discuss कि what is the experimental observation, कि उन्होंने observation में किस किस parameters के across they plotted the curve, right? तो यहाँ पे हमें क्या conclusion मिला कि this is the result, कि 54 volt is the accelerating voltage and beam is diffracted at an angle of 50 degree, right? तो what you can say here कि यहाँ पे तो आपका जो बीम हो up to this region आपकी जो इलेक्ट्रॉन बीम है that is moving like a particle, वो एक पार्टिकल की तरह मूव कर रही है, तो यहाँ तक तो वो क्या शो कर रही है, इट बिहेव्स लाइक अ पार्टिकल नेचर। बट आफ्टर दिस निकल क्रिस्टल, जैसे वो निकल क्रिस्टल से स्ट्राइक करेगी देन दैट बिकम डायफ्रेक्टेड, और डायफ्रेक्शन कहाँ पे शो होता है, इट इंडिकेट्स द वेव नेचर। So after this, it indicates the wave nature, right? So in this figure, you can say कि आपकी जो beam of electron है, it is showing a particle nature as well wave nature, because यही तो हमें प्रूव करना है कि आपका जो beam of electron है that will show the wave particle dualism. कि sometime it behaves like a wave and sometime it behaves like a particle. So up to this point it behaves like a particle, and after diffracting, after striking with nickel crystal, it will show the wave nature, right? Now we will calculate lambda. ये तो हमारा theoretical अभी तक हमने डिस्कस किया. Now we will calculate lambda in two different cases. एक तो lambda is equal to h upon mv. Using this formula we will calculate. और एक हम lambda निकालेंगे with the help of Bragg's diffraction law से. We will calculate lambda by two methods. First is by de Broglie wavelength and second by the Bragg's diffraction law से. And if both are matches, अगर दोनों लैम्डा मैच हो जाएंगे, then you will say कि ये थ्योरेटिकली भी हमारा मैच हो रहा है और मैथमेटिकली भी हमारी दोनों वेवलेंथ मैच हो रही है by two different methods. This is by de Broglie hypothesis and this is by Bragg's diffraction law. तो ये भी मैच हो जाएगी, तो you can say कि this experiment is perfectly correct, right? क्योंकि हमें थ्योरेटिकली भी देख लिया और हमने उसका मैथमेटिकल एक्सप्रेशन भी देख लिया है. So that we will discuss now